Does that help Tesla? I mean, you had Tim Waltz, who's a huge jerk,
Behind closed doors, a sensational event has just taken place that no one saw coming. The heads of Toyota and Koenigsegg, two of the most respected companies in the automotive industry, didn't just speak out about Elon Musk, they openly mocked him. An audio recording of their harsh words has quickly spread through closed industry circles, shaking the very foundations of the Tesla empire. Imagine the man who has dominated the electric vehicle market for years, the visionary who made Tesla a cult technology company, is now the subject of ridicule among his strongest competitors.
Running around on stage with the Tesla stock price, where the stock price had gone in half. And he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do. What a creep, what a jerk. Like who derives joy?
But it's not just about personal insults, it's a serious crack in the armor of a company that was considered untouchable. What led to this unprecedented moment? How did Tesla, a company that changed the way we think about the future of transportation, find itself under such pressure and criticism? Shares plummeted by more than $100 billion in just a few days. Delivery targets were not met. Behind the scenes, secret emergency meetings are taking place. Panic is sweeping Tesla's headquarters. Questions are multiplying faster than pre-orders for the Cybertruck, which Tesla still hasn't figured out how to produce in the required volumes.
Well, this feels more like a Tesla-only story when you look at just this fall in EV sales for them that they're suffering across Europe, down 45% in January. The wider EV market in Europe up 37%, so rivals are catching up and performing.
Is this the beginning of the end of Elon Musk's era in the electric vehicle industry? Or is it just a difficult phase on the way to new heights? Years ago, Tesla seemed unstoppable. It wasn't just a car company, it was a movement. Elon Musk became a cult leader, a genius whose words could move markets. His promises, robotaxis by 2020, fully autonomous driving, revolutionary battery technology sustained a loyal fan base and sent shares to record highs. But behind the bold statements lay problems, production delays, quality issues, software glitches, and increasing regulatory scrutiny began to chip away at Tesla's once unshakable reputation.
Outperforming as well in some cases, doing better than Tesla. And you just have to think, how much more is this a sustained issue for Tesla going forward, given the fact that you have Elon Musk, who's been very forthright in his opinions, particularly weighing in on politics, particularly in Europe. We've just had the European elections, which Musk has been very focused on. But across the piece, when you look at the performance for Tesla in Europe, it's not just in small countries. There are a lot of countries where Tesla has been performing badly, including in Germany, in the UK, where it has been lagging, and Spain as well.
Meanwhile, competitors who had previously been trying to catch up with Tesla began not only to close the gap, but to overtake it. Toyota, long considered slow and outdated, announced plans to release 15 fully electric models by 2027. Their advanced solid-state battery technology could double Tesla's real-world range and cut charging times in half. Koenigsegg, known for its ultra-powerful cars, has released the Gemera, a hybrid hypercar with over 2,000 horsepower, 4 seats, an acceleration that leaves even Tesla's most hyped roadster in the dust. And they did it quietly, without fanfare or hype, letting the technology speak for itself.
I mean, the things that he's doing is not trying to make America better. He's ruining our infrastructure, every department in our government. He's ruining, and he's right now destroying our economy. He's taken away all of our allies. We're a pariah in the world.
Inside Tesla, tensions are running high. Engineers are working at the limit of their capabilities, trying to simultaneously pursue long-term innovation and fix urgent bugs. Morale is falling. Musk's public behavior is becoming increasingly erratic, distracting attention with scandalous tweets and disputes and avoiding key issues facing the company. Shareholders are increasingly talking about the need for a succession plan and a new management structure. Meanwhile, regulators in the US and Europe are closely monitoring Tesla's claims about autopilot's capabilities, threatening fines and advertising restrictions. So where does Tesla stand now?
Teslas are being torched across the country. Dealerships shot up and set on fire. Spray paint to vandalize and make a statement. People in Southern California are getting notes on their Teslas, calling them complicit Nazis for owning electric cars.
Is it still a bold innovator rewriting the rules of the game, or a fading star clinging to its former glory? Can Elon Musk regain control of the narrative, or is the empire quietly crumbling, one mockery at a time? This story isn't just about cars and technology. It's a fight for survival and legacy. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear could change everything you thought you knew about the future of electric vehicles and the man who once seemed unstoppable.
Well, you will hear people over in Europe say the new Model Y, the Juniper, could be a difference maker, but that's been in that market now for more than a month. And you would think that you would see a greater snapback if it's going to be a difference maker. Look, we could be wrong. It could be a difference maker once you get the sales for April, May, and June. But when you have a country like Norway, I think the sales were down something like 11% there. I mean, that's a very savvy EV consumer in Norway. And that's long been a strength for Tesla. Very small market, not huge volume, but I think almost all of the vehicles they sell there are electric. And they embraced Tesla long before others. And, you know, the reports there are not encouraging.
Over the past few weeks, an unexpected and high-profile incident has rocked the automotive industry, sending shockwaves through the industry. Several influential executives from the world's largest automakers gathered for a secret meeting at one of Tokyo's elite hotels to discuss the future of electric transportation. Among those present were the heads of companies with long-standing traditions and reputations that have earned them respect not only in their own countries but around the world. Among the participants were such titans as the head of Toyota, a corporation that has been setting the standards for automotive engineering for over a century, and the head of Koenigsegg, a Swedish hypercar manufacturer that has long been considered the benchmark for engineering excellence.
That's from the European Automobile Manufacturers Association. People just choosing with their wallets to not buy Teslas because of that Musk-Trump association. And actually here in London, an activist group called Everyone Hates Elon actually have been hacking bus stop signs with posters. I actually passed one yesterday. First, I wasn't quite sure what was happening, but it said the words 0 to 1939 in 3 seconds. Illusion here, 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds or something. But this poster was alluding to the start of World War II, and the image was of Musk giving that hand salute that we saw at Trump's inauguration that many have attacked as a Nazi gesture. Musk, though, has neither admitted or denied what he was doing. But we're seeing the knock-on effect of that anti-Musk anger across Europe and in terms of sales.
They did not just discuss technical details and strategies, but allowed themselves to make statements that shocked many. During the conversation, they began to openly mock Elon Musk, a man whose name until recently was synonymous with innovation and breakthroughs in electric vehicles. Their mockery was so sharp and derogatory that one of the participants called what was happening a real roast of the industry guru.
We've accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
He praised all the domestic actions he has taken so far on immigration.
And I deployed the U.S. military and border patrol to repel the invasion of our country.
And spending cuts.
We are draining the swamp. It's very simple.
These words did not go unnoticed. Shortly after the audio recording of their conversation was leaked, it began to spread rapidly through closed chat rooms and then to wider professional circles. Many experts who had previously held Musk and his company in high regard were forced to admit that, for the first time in a long time, there was a real rift in the industry. Tesla was no longer untouchable. What is particularly striking is the boldness with which Toyota and Koenigsegg allowed themselves to make such candid statements. They did not simply criticize him, they mocked him, bringing to light internal weaknesses and failures that had long been kept in the shadows. This incident did not go unnoticed within Tesla. According to insiders, Elon Musk himself experienced extreme stress and anger upon learning about the audio recording. According to one of the top managers, he literally slammed his laptop shut with such force that the noise echoed throughout the office. In the hours and days that followed, unrest swept through the Austin headquarters. Several unscheduled meetings with leading engineers and project managers testified to the seriousness of the situation. Many employees spoke of a growing sense of uncertainty and panic within the company. Internal sources confirmed that this was far from just an emotional outburst. Given the seriousness of Tesla's goals and expectations, even a brief loss of morale could have led to the collapse of large-scale projects. The whole incident became a vivid symbol of Tesla's changed position in the global industry.
371, most were saying 350 to 360. Now they're coming in at 336,068, production of 362,615. So for some point of reference here, you're going back to Q2, maybe Q1 of 2022 in terms of the last time that they had production this or deliveries this low for one quarter. So again, Tesla deliveries worse than expected at just over 336,000 deliveries in the first quarter. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
That's horrible. Can I just ask Phil, how about the Cybertruck? How's that doing? You got a little inventory there in the Cybertruck?
Previously, competitors preferred restraint and diplomacy in their assessments of Musk and his company's achievements. Now, when one of the world's largest automotive corporations and a high-tech hypercar manufacturer allow themselves such outbursts, it sends a signal to the entire market that Tesla is no longer considered invincible. This situation has sparked a wave of discussion among analysts and investors. Many have said that this could be a turning point in the history of electric vehicles. Questions arise: are competitors capable of not only catching up with Tesla, but also surpassing it? Or is this just a temporary slump caused by internal difficulties and external pressure? To understand where this storm came from and why Tesla gained leadership so quickly, it is worth looking at its history from the very beginning. In the early 2010s, the automotive industry was in a slump. Major automakers were still focused on internal combustion engines powered by gasoline and diesel fuel, considering electric vehicles to be a niche market with little potential. In this context, the emergence of Tesla and its first model, the Model S in 2012, came as a real shock to the industry. The Model S was not just an electric car, it became a symbol of a new era.
Canada, the largest supplier of steel to the U.S., slapping new tariffs on $20 billion worth of U.S. goods that are sold in Canada. And the 27 countries of the European Union imposing retaliatory tariffs on up to $28 billion worth of U.S. goods sold in Europe, including Harley-Davidson motorcycles and Kentucky bourbon. President Trump with the Irish Prime Minister visiting the White House today. The president suggesting his tariffs won't stop here, saying, "Of course, I'm going to respond." And tonight, right here, the new poll showing 56% of Americans disapprove of President Trump's handling of the economy. The number's even worse now on the president's tariffs.
Its design, performance, and technical characteristics seemed like science fiction. The car could travel over 250 miles without recharging and accelerate faster than many sports cars. This model proved that electric cars could be not only environmentally friendly, but also desirable to the mass consumer. The following years were a period of rapid growth for Tesla. The release of the Model X, which combined premium features and functionality, and then the Model 3, an affordable electric car for a wide range of consumers, made the company visible and influential not only in the US but around the world. A unique feature of Tesla is its over-the-air software updates, a technology that allows new features to be added and improvements made to the cars without a visit to a service center. This has impressed users and strengthened their loyalty to the brand. Another important step was the launch of its own supercharger network of charging stations. Instead of waiting for the infrastructure to appear on its own, Tesla created it independently, laying routes from California to Europe and Asia. This eliminated the fear of running out of power and made owning an electric vehicle truly convenient. In addition, Elon Musk managed to realize an ambitious idea to build gigafactories that would allow the company to control all stages of battery and component production.
After Trump imposed those sweeping 25% tariffs on aluminum and steel imports, the European Union retaliating with tariffs on up to $28 billion of U.S. goods. Trump making it clear this isn't over, vowing to respond in kind with sweeping retaliatory tariffs early next month.
They're doing what they should be doing, perhaps, for the European Union, but it does create ill will. And as you know, we're going to be doing reciprocal tariffs. So whatever they charge us, we're charging them.
Canada also striking back with new tariffs on $20 billion worth of U.S. goods, mostly steel and aluminum, but also computers and sporting goods.
Questions arose due to suspicions that Tesla may have misled consumers about the level of autonomy of its vehicles. If the allegations are confirmed, the company faces heavy fines, restrictions on advertising, and additional inspections. European authorities have also tightened controls, but several countries have already introduced restrictions on the use of terms that Tesla used to describe its autonomous driving systems, and warnings to drivers about the current capabilities and limitations of the features are now required. As a result, confidence in Tesla products has declined, which has been reflected in social media and specialized forums.
Tesla shares have slumped by more than 9% amid a fall in sales in Europe. The electric vehicle maker posted lower sales across 5 European countries, including France and the UK. Joining us now to discuss this is CBS News foreign correspondent Remy Inocencio. Remy, why do we believe these sales are dropping? What's driving that?
Sure. Well, Errol, basically what Elon Musk has been talking about over the past, say, few months, ever since Donald Trump's election back to the White House, that has been fueling this anger, this frustration. Some even say disgust towards Musk, and they're taking it out on Tesla. Tesla now feeling the pain. But because of what's happening here in Europe, Tesla sales fell by nearly half across the continent just last month, 45%.
Users have begun to complain en masse about build quality, unpredictable software performance, and delays in updates. Even loyal fans of the brand began to doubt Tesla's ability to maintain its leading position, especially given the overall slowdown in innovation and Elon Musk's failure to deliver on his promises. Against the backdrop of all these challenges, competitors are not standing still. Toyota, long considered a conservative player, has unexpectedly moved to the forefront of the electric vehicle movement. Unlike Tesla's loud announcements, the Japanese auto giant has opted for a quiet and thoughtful strategy.
Over the last couple of months. But the other thing that this could potentially be is an attempt at readjustment or correction by the Trump administration, in that one of Trump's closest kind of allies and supporters, and someone who's clearly very influential in the administration, is coming out to kind of push back against the recently implemented policies. So I'm thinking, or maybe hopeful is the right word, that this might be a signal that the administration is considering walking back some of those policies.
By 2027, Toyota plans to introduce 15 new fully electric models covering various market segments, from compact city cars to large SUVs. Production will be localized in several regions, including the US, Thailand, and Argentina, which will allow for effective management of risks associated with tariffs and logistical issues and ensure fast delivery to end consumers. Toyota's main trump card is the development of solid-state batteries, an innovative technology that could radically change the rules of the game. These batteries promise to significantly increase the range to 620 miles on a single charge, more than twice that of current Tesla models.
Worse than expected, 336 and 68 vehicles, 336,068 vehicles delivered in the first quarter for Tesla. For a point of reference, the street was expecting, the street account was expecting, based on analyst expectations.
Koenigsegg recently unveiled the Gemera, a four-seater hybrid hypercar that combines the power of a V8 gasoline engine with advanced electric motors of its own design. The total power of the system reaches an incredible 2,300 horsepower, putting the Gemera at a level of performance that even Tesla's most ambitious projects will find difficult to compete with. Acceleration to 100 km/h in less than 2 seconds is a figure that, according to Koenigsegg engineers, leaves the promised Tesla Roadster, which has yet to go on sale and rots in the dust. Unlike Tesla's high-profile marketing campaigns, Koenigsegg prefers to let its products speak for themselves.
Hey, Diane, this investigation really just beginning, and one of the key elements will, of course, be the surveillance video. And investigators potentially have a lot of it to work with as they try to figure out what caused this fire. We know that surveillance footage has been turned over, including video from each of the cars, which could prove vital to understanding what happened here, because each vehicle has its own camera system that works even when the car is off. And 16 cars burned in this fire. And right now, investigators don't know what caused it.
Here, Tesla products are used to prevent power outages, balance peak loads, and reduce costs for private and commercial consumers. Although this area does not generate as much buzz as new car models or autonomous driving programs, its importance for the company's sustainability and the future of energy cannot be underestimated. We should also mention Dojo, Tesla's own supercomputer designed for training neural networks and developing artificial intelligence. This ambitious project is focused on accelerating the improvement of autonomous driving systems and could potentially find applications in other areas, such as robotics and energy optimization. If Dojo lives up to expectations, it will be a major technological breakthrough that will give Tesla a significant competitive advantage.
But they are not ruling out the possibility that this was arson. At the same time, as you just mentioned, there are groups that have been organizing ongoing and peaceful protests at Tesla dealerships around the world. These demonstrations targeting Elon Musk and his affiliation with the Trump administration. Italy's prime minister is said to be close friends with Musk, and there were reports that Teslas have been vandalized in her hometown in Italy. Diane.
Also worth noting is the loyalty of the Tesla owner community, which remains one of the company's strongest assets. Users actively share their impressions, participate in online discussions, and become brand ambassadors of sorts. This support is important not only from a marketing perspective, but also as a factor in maintaining the image of an innovative and dynamic manufacturer. However, even these strengths do not guarantee an easy future. Accumulated problems with delivering on promises, numerous delays, and growing dissatisfaction with quality are beginning to undermine trust in the brand. Many customers note that instead of the expected perfection, they receive products with bugs, flaws, and poor service.
KTLA Samantha Cortese joins us live with more on the wave of vandalism in protest of Elon Musk and his role in Washington. Sam?
Hi, Sharon, Micah. The ATF and FBI are collaborating with federal, state, and local law enforcement to investigate acts of domestic terrorism surrounding Teslas.
The answer to this question will determine not only the future of Tesla itself, but also the entire electric vehicle industry and the development of technology in the coming decades. It remains to be seen whether Elon Musk and his team will be able to guide the company through the most difficult stage in its history and return to the path of confident leadership, or whether we will witness the beginning of a new era in which Tesla will no longer be the main player.